I was on the phone with my boss saying what I was going to brew next. And I was like, I'm just going to brew this. And he's like, I don't know what that means. Like, neither do I. It'll be fine.
That was Justin from 7th Wave Brewing on this week's episode of Brew Roots. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Brew Roots, where we tell the stories behind your favorite beer. This is Sound Guy Ryan, and joining me as always is Matt and Erica. Hola!
Hello!
What's up, everyone?
What's up?
Not much.
What a week we have had, and we're glad to have all our listeners here with us this week.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool news coming up. Erica has some Pink Boots news. We got some new sponsor news, and we got to tell you what beers we've been drinking.
That's right.
Per usual.
But I'm very excited. We have Justin from 7th Wave this week. We went out to that area of the state and interviewed a couple breweries. And 7th Wave was a cool brewery to go to. They've got a lot of cool equipment. And Justin was stoked just for the opportunity to kind of be working there and cutting his teeth in the brewing world. So we were really excited to interview him.
Yeah, he was super excited, really into it, and like he just was super pumped that we wanted to talk to him about it.
Yeah, and you know what? He's making the best out of like a COVID world right now, you know, kind of being new into the role.
A weird
so,
situation.
Like, yeah. So
Yeah.
definitely a different story than what we've told on Brew Roots, but we're excited to share it with you, and I hope you enjoy it. But we have some sponsorship news that I want to talk about right now because it kind of ties together with 7th Wave. So as you know and love Shirts on Tap, we are still with Shirts on Tap, but we are changing gears on how we are offering awesome discounts to our listeners. So Erica, how are we doing it now?
So now we're going to be changing to a URL option.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the URL is better for us so we can promote it on our website, social media, and it's better for Shirts on Tap because, you know, if you use websites like Retail Me Not or something like that, you might have found our promo code out there or others' awesome promo code. And it's really there to spread the word and not kind of just, you know, sign up for a different email address every week.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but it'll be super easy to find. You know, we'll pump it out through social media. We'll put it on our website under our partners page.
That's right.
So it'll be very easy to get, and once you click on that, the discount will already be applied.
Yeah, so we're trying to make things easier for you.
Yeah. No promo code.
Yeah. And like we mentioned, 7th Wave is actually the featured New England box this month. So
Whoop whoop.
yeah, there's some really cool ones this month.
Always some cool ones.
I know.
Can't go wrong.
I switched over to Seattle because the one that's on Seattle,
So
I'll wear
good.
because I'm like so excited for it.
Sweet.
Yeah. So it's been a great week for beer.
It's been a must-drink week. We can definitely say that.
I thought every week is a good beer week.
I am this weekend going down to Stellwagen to get the collaboration between Gilded
Good for
Skull and
you.
Stellwagen.
Well
and
done.
yeah, I'm excited about that. And you know, we love Neil and Gilded Skull. So
Yeah, we do.
yep. And but I have been drinking a lot of Jack's Abbey.
I feel like you drink Jack's Abbey fairly often these days.
You know, it's just easy to get.
It is, yeah.
It comes in the 12-ounce format.
It's reliable,
And
consistent.
the house lager is just, in my opinion, like,
Slaps.
yeah, slaps.
But it's kind of sad, though, Jack's Abbey, they're not going to be opening their tap room for the winter.
Yeah.
We are seeing
There's
that.
a lot of breweries that
start doing
are going to be following suit and doing that, I think. So definitely keep an eye out on that. Don't just show up somewhere thinking you're going to be able to sit down because you might not be able to.
Nice thing about Jack's Abbey, they are going to keep their kitchen open. So if you want to get some of their amazing food and some of their amazing beer to go, you still have that option. But, you know, we have to do what we have to do in the COVID world. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Erica, what have you been drinking?
I've been drinking some beer from friends. So my friend of Time and Materials brewed a brown ale recently.
Who has to come on the podcast?
And yes, he needs. We need to get him on. He's done a couple of collabs actually with Lost Shoe, and I feel like there's one other one they need to collab with. I'll have to double check. But anyways, so really good guy. His brown ale is amazing. It is spot on for the style. So good.
Such a underappreciated style.
It really is. I love it. It's just such a light, easy drinking beer. It's kind of like the black lager, in my opinion. It's same kind of like you get a little bit of a roastiness kind of. It's a little darker, but it's still really light and easy drinking, so you can have a bunch of them and Yeah. that's what I've
Funny
been crushing.
story about a black lager. The first time I actually met Erica, and I don't even know if you know this story, was at Beer and Wine Hobby, and you guys had a black lager on tap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
And I was like, this
Yeah.
is really good. And you were like, yeah, you should buy the box for this. And I was like, no, I'm not going to buy the box. Yeah.
That was a great story.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know. All right. What have you been drinking?
Whole bunch of IPAs.
Weird.
And then I've been slumming with the Paps.
Yeah, I saw you chugging a PBR recently. And I
Yeah.
was
Good for you,
very
man.
proud of you.
It was great. I loved every moment. And then I had some Bentwater Lager too the other night.
Nice. Good go-to.
Right now I'm drinking the Guava Vise from Night Shift, which is really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Nice.
So I myself have been getting into the world of beer cocktails.
Yeah.
So
What's the one that you did recently?
I did the Yingling Hershey's chocolate porter with screwball peanut butter whiskey.
And
It tastes just like a Reese's,
I bet
which is like
delish.
it's delicious. Yeah. So I will through and through tell you that the Reese's porter tastes just like a chocolate bar. Like it
Nice.
truthfully does.
Nice.
And then the screwball whiskey, peanut butter whiskey, tastes exactly like peanut butter.
Yeah.
So the two of them together, you get a decadent beer cocktail.
Decadent.
But I think we're gonna do some more beer cocktails because we got a lot of views on TikTok with it. So, and a couple people said, "Oh, that sounds pretty good." So we're
Yeah,
gonna try it
and,
out.
Shout out to our TikTok.
Yeah, shout out to follow
Follow
us
us
at
there.
Brewers on TikTok. Yeah, and we have a Patreon, which is
Yeah.
patreon.com/Brewers Podcast.
Which
Because
is even cooler because, we need support.
yeah,
This doesn't just happen for free.
no,
And every little bit helps, seriously.
yeah. Speaking of every little bit helps, what's going on with Pink Boots?
What's going on with Pink Boots?
Which doesn't really cross over everything. Speaking of
That's
whatever, yeah,
okay.
but it's I tried with a good transition.
It was
Yeah,
really good. It was really good. So 2021 Pink Boots collaboration is happening soon. So it's time to register your brewery and your beer.
yeah. I'm
That's-
excited for. Have you had the hop blend yet, or have you? Do you know what the
I
hop
haven't
blend
tried
is?
yet.
No, yeah,
Honestly, I don't know. I know they've released it. I probably should know, but it's out there. You can buy that now. And yeah, registration is on their website. Check it out. I'll be sharing it on the Brewers page. You can find it there as well.
yeah, awesome. And it's cool because that's available to homebrewers now too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I know the last one was, so I'm sure this one will be eventually. I don't think it is yet, but stay tuned.
Yeah. Well, we have a really fun episode for you this week.
The
So
most fun.
I think without further ado, we're going to take it to our wonderful episode. And Ryan and I are going to run a 5K.
Right now.
And then we're going to do the outro.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you.
Cheers.
Or you catch us. Cheers.
Did you know that your favorite Massachusetts breweries use hops from a local family-owned hop farm right here in Massachusetts?
Our friends over at 4-Star Farms are there for you whether you're a commercial brewery or a small batch home brewer.
Make sure to head over to their website today and get your hands on some of the best and freshest hops available locally. Cheers.
At our local homebrew shop, Beer and Wine Hobby, you can get everything you need to make beer, wine, cider, cheese, and more. Not sure where to start? They have knowledgeable staff there to help. Beer and Wine Hobby is family owned and located in Danvers, Massachusetts. Visit their website, beer-wine.com, and use our promo code BREWROOTS for 10% off your online order today.
Are you a solo artist, band, podcaster, or anyone else who needs recording services?
Well, we got a place for you where your vision can become a reality.
Welcome to Small Pond Studios, built by hand with heart and sweat equity by musicians for musicians.
Go to smallpondstudios.io to reach out to get more information. And make sure you let them know that Brute sent you. Hey, sound guy Ryan here. Didn't know if you heard, but we're a part of the Hopped Up Network. There you'll find other informative podcasts about beer. So go ahead, follow them on social media, and visit them on their website, hoppedupnetwork.com, to learn more about the people, beer, and breweries from around the country. And until next time, thanks for listening. Cheers.
So we are on our second brewery on our Metro Boston trip. Can we call this Metro Boston, or what do we call this part of the state?
You're asking the wrong man.
You're asking
Metro
that wrong.
Boston sounds great.
Metro Boston sounds cool.
Go with
Yeah.
it.
That's what they said at Lookout Farm. So we're gonna say you guys are 13 miles away. So
That same spot.
13
yeah,
minutes.
13 minutes. Oh, you're right.
Wow.
I just don't
13
know how to
miles.
count
God.
or read. And we are here. If you know that it's 13 minutes away, obviously.
Obviously, we're at Seventh
Seventh Wave
Wave.
Brewing. And we're here with Justin. What's up, Justin? How are you?
What's up?
Hey.
Yeah.
I like this space. This is cool.
Yeah, we just finished this room.
Yeah, kind of industrial, but like I see this big giant Bob Dylan poster.
What were we going to say, Bob?
Bob Marley, but
Oh,
I just
you're so close.
Eric, you're so cool. But yeah, it's
am.
a cool place. I like it.
Yeah, we just built these tables. They're all reclaimed pallet wood.
Cool.
Nice, nice.
I haven't had any of my artist friends come and paint the walls, which
But that's on
it's
the
gonna be
to-do
in-
list.
Yeah, there's a long to-do list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. Cool.
That's cool. That keeps you busy, though, right? Keeps you looking
Very.
forward. So we start all our podcasts asking our guests what their first memory of beer is and their role at the brewery.
First memory is definitely just stealing it from my dad. I think I was 10, and I found out he was using brandy as our cough syrup.
Oh,
You'd
cool.
throw it in the microwave for 30
Great.
seconds, get it really hot, and then you slam a shot.
Nice.
You don't cough during his shows.
Yeah.
So, and then I remember stealing beers from him to run to my buddy's house and shotgun them, which that did not work out. I think I lost 7 cans on the route of sprinting without a backpack, just in my arms,
Yep. Yep.
exploding cans, just running.
That's so funny.
Do you know what kind of beer it was? Do you remember?
My dad used to drink Yingling.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. That's
So
not
Yingling,
terrible.
are you?
Not bad.
I'm guessing before you answer the next question, are you from this area?
No,
No, okay.
I'm from Jersey.
Cool.
Okay.
We'll get into that.
Cool, cool, cool.
So, in your role at the brewery,
So right now I'm head brewer.
Cool.
And marketing director and something else.
and janitor and everything.
A little
do
of
that
everything.
too.
Yep, yep, yep.
So you mentioned Jersey. What exit are you off of?
So depending on which way you're going, you can either take 5A, you can take 7, and if you're really crazy, you can take 9.
Damn.
Nice.
Now you know where
So
he
many
lives.
options.
Now you know where his dad is. You can go there. Yeah. So let's talk about what was life before Seventh Wave. What did you do? And have you always been in the brewing industry? Or?
So I was a home brewer for a couple of years. I worked at Harpoon as a maintenance guy, so I was beer mate. They do
Cool.
line cleaning, line maintenance, and like run the pretzels there.
Nice. Nice.
And then I bartended for a couple of years. I started school in a steam engineering degree
Wow.
for Mass Maritime. And I ended up getting my design degree from Curry instead.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
And then I have 2 years of firefighting.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So-
A good, well-rounded education.
Yeah, so this place is kind of safe with steam and then with firefighting. And
Yeah.
I feel pretty safe now.
I feel pretty safe.
Yeah. So your first entry into beer was homebrewing?
Yes.
Yeah. And how long have you been doing homebrewing before?
So I started home brewing when I was 19. I'm about to be 30.
Cool. Couple years.
We're the same age.
Nice.
Cool. When's your birthday?
Aw.
November
Mine too. What day?
Aw.
13th.
The 23rd.
damn
You're 10
it.
days younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or 10 days older than me. Whatever. That's cool. So you started, then you went to Harpoon and
So I went to Harpoon to try to become a brewer there.
Yep.
And all those positions were filled, so I just took whatever because I just got to the state
Cool.
and didn't know what I was even going to do.
Yep.
So I took a beer mate position, and I didn't make enough money, so I started bartending at the Country Club, the really fancy place in Brookline,
cool.
Nice.
and ended up going to Wellesley and then meeting the owner of the distillery
Cool.
that's in the building, Liberty Tree,
Okay.
and they are friends with their landlord, which is the owner of this place,
Nice.
and gave me this
Alright.
job.
Nice.
Nice.
So not a ton of experience home brewing, not production brewing before this. What were some of the learns for you? You know.
Actually, all of it.
Yeah.
I actually only been here since 2 days before the shutdown of COVID.
Oh, wow. Not for very long then.
So I brewed 2 beers in those 2 days, and then my boss left for Florida until like he got back like 2 months ago.
Oh,
Holy
right.
cow.
Cool,
So I built
cool.
this room and brewed a bunch of 1 barrels like every other week, just pumping out whatever nonsense I felt like because he couldn't
Yeah.
tell me I couldn't.
Right.
And they sold pretty well. Like my Saison that was awesome sold out the second day of it.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
pretty
nice.
pissed because I didn't drink it yet.
Oh, it's a sad story.
So basically, all my production was like remembering how I did something in the
Home
other
brewing.
realm and then
Yeah.
grabbing a distiller guy and telling me how to do it
Yep.
on the actual equipment.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Nice.
So kind of just like
All
thrown into
rapid
the fire.
Yeah, all rapid fire stuff.
So who was the brewer before you, or are you kind of like the first brewer here?
So the owner used to do the brewing, but
Okay.
he never called himself a brewer.
Okay.
He's still more and always will be more of a baking kind of person.
Gotcha.
Which is why we're building a food truck so he can do pizzas out front,
Oh,
Yep. Cool.
which is pretty nonsense.
Yeah. But this is COVID and shit's crazy. So,
Well, this was our plan apparently for like 6 years.
all right. All
well,
right.
you
We
better
have a
start-
giant Airstream in our warehouse that we're going to retrofit.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Nice.
So, how long has Seventh Wave been around for?
This is their 3rd year in business.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
I think their first year they were just like barely making it by, and now we're finally like
A thing.
feel like we're a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
What are some of the beers that they were known for before you came in, and now what are some of the beers that you guys are known for?
So they were known for their English bitter Billy Hill. They were known for their Mad Turtle West Coast IPA
Okay.
and their Foghorn,
Nice.
which is a New England style IPL.
Nice.
Nice.
Now
Nice.
we're more known for our Kolsch sold really well. Our Saisons do really well.
Yeah.
Our grapefruit line wheat is selling really fast.
Cool.
So are those the styles that you like to drink? Obviously, bringing them in a saison, a Kolsch. Is that the styles that you want to brew?
I based all my decisions off of what's the most weird thing I can find to brew with.
yeah.
So
All
my
right. All right.
my Saison was a sage smoked Saison. So I did blueberry and basil, and I actually filled the fermenter up with sage smoke.
Yep.
Like I went to Salem and bought the
Like
witch
a,
stuff.
Yeah.
I did that.
That's so
great.
funny. That's awesome.
Nice.
I actually got some Santo Palio wood, which I'll never say that correctly.
Yep. Yep.
To do the same thing, but in a pale ale with coffee and thyme.
Nice.
That's cool.
And where do you come up with these like weird recipes, or is this just something that like you're like,
This is just
fuck
how
it,
I
I want
am.
to do it? Yeah.
That's just how his brain
Yeah.
works. Cool.
I thought of that beer in 2 minutes while I was just sitting outside.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with my boss saying what I was going to brew next. And I was like, I'm just going to brew this. And he's like, I don't know what that means. Like, neither do I. It'll be fine.
It'll
Yeah.
be great. Don't worry.
And was it fine?
It sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 days.
That's
He said
important.
that. Yeah.
No. But so you're on the big system now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's it like scaling up from a 1 barrel to the big system?
So much easier.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Going from a 1 barrel, you're doing all the manual labor.
Yep.
You're making sure you did everything. You're checking your temperatures, your water, and there's no probing. There's no equipment.
Yeah.
Doing the big system, it's all just that first lift, but then you don't have to carry anything ever again.
Right.
That's pretty
So
nice.
it's all small things. You just kind of dump and you kind of measure your times
Yep.
and you take your temperature like 1,000 times.
Right.
Pretty nice. And then
Yeah.
your heat exchanger is hooked up. So then you just run it through. Versus where I had to go and carry the heat exchange over and plug it into the wall and then hook it up to the actual thing, then hook up all the water and hope I didn't make a mess because
Right.
it used to leak.
Yeah. But now it doesn't.
I don't use it anymore. So it's
I was about to
probably-
say, yeah, he's in the big system now. Doesn't matter.
That's true. Yeah. The interesting thing about you guys do coffee roasting as well.
Yes.
Are you doing any of the coffee roasting, or is that something you're learning how to do?
So I actually do most of the coffee roasting besides my boss who does it for big orders. I do most of the tap room stuff.
Yep.
So I roast about twice a week.
Nice.
Cool. Cool.
We do Ethiopian, Swahili, which are both African styles. Then we just brought on a Guatemalan
Yep.
to do a light roast, which I've been wanting a light roast since I started. Because cold brew and a light roast is so much nicer.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely. I'd agree with that.
Cool. 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 Cool.
Yeah, yeah. Have you guys been able to use some of the coffee that you guys are roasting here and some of the beers?
So our mud, one of our stouts, has our old Costa Rican blend in it.
Yep.
We did a Costa Rican cold brew in that and put it into and added that in at the second fermenter stage for the
Sweet.
mud.
Sweet.
So homebrewing, you were homebrewing for how long?
17 years ish.
Oh, wow. Long time. So is that something that you always knew in the back of your mind that you wanted to be a brewer? Or is it something that you just were like, oh, this would be awesome if I could?
When I was a kid, I did it because I lived next to a farm and all my ingredients are free.
Yeah.
That's
so
a good reason.
I would just like one of the guys who ran the farm would be like the guy who brewed it, even though he didn't do any of the work. He'd just
Give it to you to do.
he would just like say that he did, so it didn't seem like a bunch of miners were brewing beer in this
Yeah.
place.
Nice.
So we would just wander his farm and take whatever was ripe,
Yeah.
like fruit wise, and base that off our beer.
Yeah.
And then he would go and hand us like the grain the next day and say, "All right, here's your grain. Do your thing."
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my
Yeah.
God. So you kind of
Nice.
learned by trial by fire.
Yeah, we learned by ruining a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Like he gave us a 50-gallon cast iron pot, which I didn't know they
Wow.
made that when
Yeah.
we first started, and we just ruined it. We couldn't figure out what we did wrong, but our mash like burnt.
Yeah.
It scorched
yeah.
to the bottom.
It scorched everything.
Oh no.
We didn't have enough water to be like, we had 5 gallons of water like to equal it, and we
Yeah.
were like, this seems wrong, and the whole thing just
Took off almost.
every time you looked at it, it just got more and more flakes were coming into it. And you were like,
Interesting.
we're never using this pot again.
Yeah. Right.
No.
And we were using a wood flame, so we actually
Oh,
built a
wow.
little fire and put this stuff on
Yep,
top of,
yep.
because nothing could hold that. That was not smart.
Oh, my gosh.
The flame just kept dying. Everything just went out.
So the people that you were homebrewing back in the day with, are any of them brewers as well? Or
So one of them opened a brewery called Nail House. It's in New Jersey.
Okay.
He doesn't work there anymore though. He sold 2 years ago. I don't know what he does now.
Yeah.
But he opened a home brewing shop like as soon as he turned 21. And then the rest of them, like we just brewed for fun, traded
Yeah.
beers through the mail until we got to this age and stopped doing that.
Yeah. Yep.
Like
Yeah.
now we just send each other random crap we find.
yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
So this area, you guys have Lookout Farm and you have Zealous and you guys. What's this area kind of like with craft beer?
Summertime's pretty slow, just because most people haven't been moving around, of course. But most of the time, slightly busy, more of an older generation, so it's why
Yeah.
we do a lot of older styles, like our English bitter. We do more straight flavors compared to most people just doing a straight West Coast IPA, nothing crazy about it.
Yeah.
We do a Route 27 IPA, which is just based on one hop.
Cool.
We do that pretty much just randomly throughout the year. We just brew another one with just one hop in it
Yeah.
because that's our population.
Yeah.
So that's what the people want to drink, like ESBs. Do you do brown ale or anything like that?
Not yet.
Yeah.
We did a brown ale in the past. We did a red IPA as well,
Nice.
but
Nice.
they just the group we're surrounded by just didn't want it.
Really?
Yeah,
Alrighty
they're
then.
very classic IPA drinker or a classic German or a classic like
English beer, whatever.
yeah.
So let's talk about the tap space. I noticed there's like a bunch of books in the tap space, and then there's an old jukebox. What's the vibe you guys are looking for right here?
So we have 3 separate rooms.
Yep.
So when you first walk in, you walk into our coffee bar, is what we call it. So you come in there. All those books are completely free. They've been donated by our customers as well
nice.
as our owner, who used to own New England Mobile Book Fair. If you guys are from the area,
Yeah. Yeah.
he used to own that. That was his family's business. We ended up with a bunch of his books.
Cool.
So we kind of put them out, let people take them. We let people drop books off they don't want anymore and just keep cycling that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And then we go into this room, which is our game room and our view of the brewery. We're going to get more games back in here once we're allowed
Yeah.
after COVID, because I just took all of them out.
Yep.
Like this used to be my pool table. That's
Yeah.
now in the other room.
Yep.
And then we have our soccer billiards room, which is more of like an art gallery with some soccer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Since coming on, so you said probably like right early March.
Yeah.
What have you changed, like kind of like the culture here? What have you done to try to put your own Justin spin on Seventh Wave?
So I built this room.
Oh, cool.
So all the tables I built during COVID.
Nice.
So all those high tops, I just took apart all the pallets that we get throughout the warehouse
Yep.
and built those. All the bookshelves you see in there, the soccer billiard room as well. I redid how the bar looks. So now it's a 2-bar system instead of a 1.
Yeah.
I'm redoing my tap system right now with a beer I call Trunk
Yep.
and moving into a chalkboard finished front.
Cool.
So I could write underneath and I can label what's on top.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
A
important.
little easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have to tell people which beers where.
Right,
Just
right.
only me.
Yeah.
Now, when you're learning all of this stuff, obviously learning how to brew on a bigger barrel system, learning how to coffee roast, how do you keep it all straight? Like, everything you're doing.
I had a cheat sheet book when I
Yep.
first started. I had all of the stuff written down on one notebook, and I had it taped to the wall because I was only working here for like 3 months straight. So I just taped stuff to the walls to like
Nice.
run back and forth and know where it was.
Yeah.
So above the coffee roaster, I had my whole book just taped to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
On roasting days. So I had all the temperatures written. I had all the login information there. And then the big system, I had all that information written down of like what I need to make sure was on
Yep.
before
Yeah.
I started.
Yep.
But after a little bit, you kind of just go.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
You guys have cans here. Are you guys have a mobile canner, or do you guys have a canning line here?
So we have slightly mobile canner. We do have our own 16-ounce canning line.
Okay.
We did used to be in 12s because we used to drive our fermenters into the distillery
Oh wow.
and they would can it for us.
Holy cow! Yeah.
So that was always interesting.
Yep.
But so my first month, I had to drive 2 tanks over there
Oh jeez.
and just unload them
Yeah.
and then bring them
Damn.
back.
Damn.
Jesus.
And then we got our canning unit, and basically now we just slide it. We bring it in from the warehouse and slide it in,
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
So
and
just-
just clean it and put it in.
yeah.
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 Kind of seeing your beer as like a commercial beer for the first time, was that kind of a cool moment for you, or?
I think the coolest moment was when I saw a beer that I put out and I did the label for,
Yeah.
because that was a lot cooler than just like I wrote a recipe and me and him brewed it, and then it got put on a can that labeled that was done.
Yep.
Not even get to do the whole process
Yeah.
like you always dream of.
Yeah.
So getting to do a bottle where I could do all of it,
What beer was that?
that was my saison.
Okay. Nice.
So I got to do start to finish the entire beer, bottled it myself, put it in the warm room, let it naturally condition,
Yep.
and then slap those labels on that I made myself.
Nice.
Nice.
What was the logo like?
So it's actually on the fridge. You
Yep.
can see a photo of it, but it looks like a medicine bottle backing with 3 blueberries, 2 pieces of basil leaves, and a little spin behind it.
Yep.
That kind of makes like the spirits leaving.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So Seventh Wave, do you guys serve food here right now, or what's the situation with COVID? Are you guys able to be open?
Cans to go.
Cans
We're
to go.
cans to go
Yeah.
until our plumber comes in and finishes our commissary.
Okay.
All
So
right.
we just finished building our commissary. We're just waiting for our last 2 sinks to go in, then our front sink to go in.
Yep.
And then our pizza oven is being shipped from Italy, I think.
Oh wow.
Ooh, fancy.
I kind of want that.
Yeah. Right.
And then that will go into the food truck that I got to rip apart next week and put together.
So
Yep,
you're
yep.
literally like, you said you're the head brewer, but you are literally like
One
everything
man
here.
job
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
There's only a 3-person staff.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
literally just
yeah.
do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
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 Like I run the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter. So every message that comes through, I just read it. That's just going
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does the Massachusetts beer scene, compare to the New Jersey beer scene?
The New Jersey beer scene is pretty identical, except it's more small-based breweries because there wasn't any big breweries to start with. So like other than Dogfish, which is out in Delaware, there wasn't much around.
Yep.
So it's all small beers. It's all local products. Usually it has the name of the farm on it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Like this is where we got our grapes kind of stuff. Because Jersey's more of a winery location.
Right.
There's a bunch of small-based wineries that look tiny but are actually huge. And then you drop into Philly right there, and
That's like the
they have
huge
more
beer scene.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have tons of stuff. So it's really never going to be a huge scene because their Philly market
Yeah.
can just pour into it all the time.
So the New Jersey beer scene, obviously, you said it's kind of small in Philly. Did you spend a lot of time in Philly and exploring that beer scene? I'm always curious because everyone says it's such a great beer scene in Philly.
Exploring the scene, I did a lot of, but there's just so much when it comes to that kind of scene because it's not even just the going to a brewery. Most of it's going to the local bars, and that's all they're carrying now.
Yeah.
And then local distilleries just pop up. Like
Yep.
where my buddy used to live is actually a distillery now. That was his apartment.
Oh, wow, really?
So like I
Nice.
walked over there to go see his old place
And it's a
see if he was
distillery.
home because I didn't feel like calling him. Didn't know he moved. It's a distillery now. So I went and had a drink and called him from having a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm having it from your old bedroom. This is so weird.
Nice.
So Seventh Wave, there's a lot of plans in the future for pizza oven. What styles of beers do you want to see come out of this place, though?
So we're going to be doing a mixture of basically one hop style IPA versus doing a lot of West Coast IPAs and doing a lot of West Coast flavorings.
Yep.
And then doing a lot of just sample batches that'll either just go into bottles or just get released on draft here because we don't know exactly where we want to brew to. We're kind
Yeah.
of slowly figuring out what our actual what's
Footprint almost is.
not footprint like flagships.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't like
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a flagship in mind. We have a couple beers that sold really well that could be flagships, but we know we could probably go better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're just not like settled in on where we're headed with the brewery.
Yeah.
We're
That's
more
all right.
settled in with like
Figure it
the
out.
food concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Do you have a style that you're just itching to brew, though?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I kind of just brew
You like
whatever
it all.
comes to my mind.
Yeah.
So like I have a Kolsch I want to brew soon with cherry and mint in that one. I have my pale ale that's gonna be a 1 barrel with paleo wood, thyme and coffee and lemon.
Yep.
And there'll be a little bit of hops in that whirlpool of that to get more of the aroma. And then after that, I have a bunch of bags that I can just have fun with.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to brew with
Yeah,
those bags.
yeah.
I'm just kind of looking at them and going to take
Imagine.
everything I have in the
Yeah.
warehouse and just
Yeah.
pour it in.
Your gears are
Nice.
turning.
Nice.
That's cool. So, what are you drinking at home? What type of beer are you drinking at home?
I kind of like flock towards the West Coast styles, which is probably why
Yeah.
I do them a lot. So I have my brother out. He just moved to Montana.
Cool.
And
Okay.
he's sending me like stuff from there that's all West Coast styling. So I've been drinking what he's buying.
Yep.
Because we just did a huge swap of a basket basically what
Yep.
we do every year.
Nice.
So I have like 60 of his still.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It's just not a small box. It cost
Yeah.
me like $100 to send
Yeah,
mine.
it's expensive. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they have to ask you, is there a liquid in here?
Yeah. So, but other than that, like my buddies drop me beer all the time. My buddy just dropped me a case from Treehouse.
Yep.
But if I'm at the store, I'm usually going to buy the most ridiculous thing I can find as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just whip down the warm aisle and whatever I stop at is mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I
Nice.
bought that Warhead, the
Oh,
green apple
Yeah.
one.
I've heard of it. Yep.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Aw.
It was like artificially sour on the front, and then it
Yeah.
was just like a beer underneath of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like all the
Kinda
way
what I'd
through.
expect. Yeah.
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 Well, you just have to make one all the way through.
Yeah. Right.
That's a lot of artificial
Yeah,
flavoring.
yeah.
I think it's going to be gross.
Probably.
Yeah. Do you have a guilty pleasure beer?
Bud Light, probably.
Bud Light, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't go to trivia night and not just drink Bud Lights, or else you're going to be drunk before you leave.
Right.
Yeah,
Started.
It's true.
Any dream collaborations? Have you guys done any collaborations?
We're working on our first. It's going to be a coffee collaboration with Percival.
Oh, cool.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
But
Hey, Phil, how are you?
Yeah.
dream collaboration would probably want to do it with like a Cali-based place, or I want to hit up the guys I met in Iceland a couple years ago.
Wow.
And do a collab with them because they do the
box there.
Viking thing.
Oh, the
Viking.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Quake yeast.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. Yeah, yeah. Are you talking about in the horns?
Yeah, but they have the little horn guy on the bottle. I forget what the brewery is
Oh, the
called.
actual
Yeah.
brewery.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Because they said
Let's
they
look
used
that up.
glacier water, and I was
Oh,
like, let me go play with this.
yeah, that could be fun.
So it's been kind of cool. You kind of have like you can play here and kind of
Do your own thing.
express your artistic
Yeah.
side. Like, what do you want to learn from, just kind of being able to play around, and what's your end goal for this?
End goal would be A, have a lot of customers,
Right.
and B, not have to do all like the marketing and all that side of things that I am decent at, but I know there's better people than me at that.
Yeah.
And I would want to be like going over to a farm and making a bucket of ingredients and handing them cash for it.
Yeah.
And saying, I don't know what I'm making, but this is the stuff for it.
Yeah.
And I want to do that every day. If I could do that every day, I'd be super happy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's kind of like the dream.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So I want to know where we can find Seventh Wave Brewing. Are you guys distributing right now, or just taproom only?
So we are in Walpole and Beverly, and by tonight we'll be in Middleton
Oh, cool.
Okay.
because we have to do a drop off there tonight.
So you self-distribute?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you self-distributing, or someone else doing that for you?
We all do it.
Yeah. Yep.
I have a sales meeting in Quincy
Yep.
Monday
Yeah.
to get us into Quincy. And then we're in a lot of places in Wellesley.
Yeah.
Just because if you've ever been to
Proximity.
Balani or Juniper, they both carry our stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And where can we find you guys on the internet so people can come and find out what you guys are doing?
Always on Facebook, always on Instagram. And then our website is about to be updated. So it'll still be the same
Sweet.
address, seventhwavebrewing.com,
Yep.
but kind of,
Revamped.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Nice.
Instagram is Seventh Wave.
Yeah, Seventh Wave Brewing.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, so make sure you guys go out and follow at Seventh Wave Brewing on Instagram, Facebook. Make your way out. What's the physical location of the tap space?
120 North Meadows Road, 02.
We don't need the zip
We
code.
don't need a zip
Yeah,
code.
something.
Yeah, it's in Medfield.
Just type Seventh Wave Brewing in your GPS and you'll get there.
Yeah,
boop, bop, boop.
it's on 27. You'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
we have one last question for you, Justin.
Yeah. So, what are you most proud of?
In the brewery, probably most proud of my tables. They came out pretty sweet.
They're pretty
Yeah,
cool.
they are cool.
For sure. For sure.
My life? I don't know. I'm a weirdo.
All right. All right. Well, you're still here. It's pretty cool. You're brewing beer.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Things could be worse.
I'm excited to see what's next for you guys.
So am I.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, well, cheers.
Awesome.
Thank
Cheers.
Hey everyone, thank you for making it this far. We have some awesome things going on, and we want to continue to do those awesome things. So what's one way our amazing supporters can help us out, Ryan?
Go to patreon.com/Brew Roots Podcast.
That's right, we have some amazing things going on right now. So like, buy us a beer. That'd be cool.
Yeah, buy us a beer, and then there's a couple other tier options to get some swag from breweries and us. And
That's-
every month will be different.
That's right. Don't forget that this weekend is National Learn to Brew Day. That's November 7th. We want to see your home brews. So if you are doing that, use the hashtag BrewRoots while you're posting away on social media, and maybe we'll share it. You know what? We'll probably share it.
We'll definitely share it.
And,
Hell, we'll even like it.
And definitely take a look at Beer and Wine Hobby's website or go to their store because they're going to have some special deals for Learn How to Homebrew Day. So power to you.
That's right. So make sure you do that. And thank you for listening. And if you like what you heard, tell a friend, because it really is the best way to spread our podcast. And we'll catch you next week. Cheers.